That Patriot here again. Before we get into this white privilege thing, I want to just say I haven't lost focus on the main task at hand here. I'm still looking to throw these dirty politicians out of the Capitol. Looking to still do the march, take it on, go down there and throw them out and fire them. That's the main objective at hand. But just want to do a little rant here and get a little upset from time to time. And I just thought I'd do a little video about the white privilege thing. Come get you some if you want some. I'm gonna do a little history for you here about who the Fat Patriot is and how I got me some white privilege. And I do. I got plenty of white privilege. Yeah, I'm privileged. Let's see how it adds up for you as minorities and such. And you see how you want to get yourself some white privilege or be treated like me, come get you some. Grew up, born, raised in the sticks, a little town called Spring Grove. Place was brought up from a paper mill. Just brought up in a good Christian family. I never say I wasn't brought up in a good family. I had a real good family. Went to church on Sunday. A lot of hell was raised to get to heaven, I should say. Some rough mornings sometimes, some Sundays. I'll get back on that. That was part of white privilege. You got up, you went to church, learned about the good Lord. Love your country, love your God, your country, your family. Those are the first three main things. That was white privilege. Grew up in sticks. Times were hard. I remember not knowing sometimes where you're getting some things, but family and friends came through. You know, if you needed little groceries or a little something like that, and hand some deer meat down or something, you know, but you got through. That was white privilege. Well, I guess coming up through school, and Dad got sick, cancer, cut half his lung out. Lost him at an early age. I think I was 15 years old when I lost my father. Didn't finish school, dropped out of school. Of course, back in drugs and drinking and things like that. That was white privilege too. These guys ain't the only one that do it to minorities. I mean, I had a good family, had no reason for it anything, but I got into it. But anyhow, went to work so I could support my habit, try to help support Mom and help keep the house. But, you know, young age like that, the partying seemed to be more important. Of course, lost the house and everything. You know, that's part of your white privilege. Not to mention that we lost the house during earlier years, burned down in the fire, completely lost everything. Go to school one day, come home, or go to school, got what clothes you got and your backpack on your back, and then luckily that day I had an RC car with me, a radio-controlled car. And I came home, and that's the only thing I had left. That was it. The rest of it was gone. That was my white privilege also. Anyhow, life went on, rebuilt. Dad got cancer, died, passed away. Went through all, like I said, went through everything. My first job was a roofing job and the first job we went on was in Baltimore, Maryland. And I helped replace the roof on the transportation building where they housed all the main buses and all that stuff. It was half rubber and half slate. I'll never forget the steep peaks on it. Helped house for the repair of the buses and everything. Well, that was white privilege. I was privileged to do that job. Privileged did that. You know, if I had the white privilege and it was just for white people, you know, why would I do that for Baltimore City? These are city buses that transport minorities. I take that as a privilege. I did it. I helped. And then the next job was Virgin Condom Factory, Richmond, Virginia. We put rubber on a rubber factory. I thought that was always kind of funny. But I found that as a privilege. I kind of think I might have helped quite a few young men keep from becoming fathers before they should. So I take that as white privilege. After that, went into, with my buddies, into a factory job. Put things together like cardboard billboards that you put in grocery stores and stuff. Put your little Keebler elves, cookies and stuff in. That didn't last too long. It was just party money. But got out of that. I never was one for a factory job. I just always liked being outside. Hence, redneck. There's always construction all my life. Built roads, miles and miles of roads, paving, blacktopping, running heavy equipment, truck driver, moving dirt, everything, building roads, not just for the whites, for everybody traveling, safe travel. Never once thought about that. That was my white privilege. I'm sure you probably rode on many of the roads I was done and stuff. Highways, miles of them and stuff. I've done multi-million-dollar jobs and all kinds of stuff, help build hospitals and everything. That's white privilege. So, if you want to come get yourself some white privilege, that's how you do it. I was privileged to help build this country. That's what it was. See, I couldn't go into the military when I was young. I had a swimming accident and had damage to my spinal cord as it was when I was young, man. Just young, grade school. Tumor between the disc and my neck, and with that injury and stuff, they wouldn't allow me into the military. So, but I talked to one of the recruiters and let me know. He said, "Son," he said, "just because you can't be part of the military and feel like it's an empty spot in you," he said, you can still be part of this country. You still got the privilege." So he was right. There was my white privilege. And there's still things that stand and that will be done, that I've done forever, because it's cased in concrete, some of it. I don't always have that pride, and that's my white privilege. So, wherever this comes from, that we're privileged. I guess we are. And if you want yourself some, you're more than welcome to it. That's my rant on that. That was just something I had to get off my chest. But I believe everybody's created equal. It don't matter what color your skin is. That's just a color. Brother-in-law's Puerto Rican. He looks like a black man. He's a dark fellow. He'd swear he was a black guy, but love him. Hardest working. He's American. He ain't Puerto Rican. He's American. I mean, his nationality's Puerto Rican, but hardest working man I ever seen. So, want to try and call me a racist? Go ahead, but I'm no racist. Like this, I'm going to rant about a couple other things, make some other videos. If you like it, subscribe, like it, spread the word here. Like I said, we're not losing focus on taking that capital and taking this country back, doing the right thing. So stay with me. Till next time, take it easy. God bless. God bless America.